place to be. Rolling through life, keeping it real, you feel me? Pop culture, hot takes, stories untold. Welcome to the Let's Roll podcast. Let's roll.
Life's got curves, but I ride them smooth. Making moves, breaking news, staying in the groove. Oh, I won't stop me, I'm stronger than steel. Wheelchair warrior with stories to reveal. From the struggles to the laughs, yeah, we keep it true. Everyday life plus the headlines too. Movies, music, what's poppin' today. Double R got something to say.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Double R. This is the Let's Roll podcast. And as you can tell, we have a new intro track laid down. And I ain't gonna lie, I did that all with AI. See, I'm so cool I can rhyme. So I thought I'd hop on here, do the little new intro music, and just talk about what's going on right now. Excuse me. Not a whole lot's been going on. Today I found out, as I was about to go somewhere and visit someone very special, my battery is no more. I guess the cold weather it lasted a while, so it was due for a new one. So in order to get a battery, try the cost down, we had to order it. So I have to wait for it to come in. So it'll be, I mean, they say it's going to be about a week, but it could come in before that. So, but I found that out today and talk about random stuff. So this will be a random episode. So let's get into it. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about the craziness that's going on, or any worse than it was in your perception of last year. Oh yeah, it's about to get worse and about to get really bad. And some things are a little bit scary to think about. I get too political right now, but it's just I don't understand why I'm being told every day how bad it's gonna be, what he's doing, and it's like nobody's gonna try to stop this dude. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like doom and gloom, and stressful to think about what all the negative things that could happen. But at the same time, it's like this is what people voted for. They're having a rude awakening about how things are really gonna get. I just find it funny how some people will denial of how bad it's gonna get. That being said, man, we had some bad weather come through, bad as the big freeze ago or something like that. It got cold, but it wasn't like it was before. And so we had that come through. I haven't been doing very much. I've been 3D printing as you've heard in the last couple episodes or whatever. I'm still trying to get it worked out to where what I can sell and try to make a little bit of money at it. Haven't jumped back on the Whatnot yet. Planning on it, and I'm also going to plan on not only doing printing but selling my 3D prints. But as you heard, like I said in the intro or at the beginning, I did that new intro song, and I wanted something different than what I had been using. So I decided AI stuff would try. So I went to chat, whatever that's called, and I said, hey, I want an intro song for my podcast. My podcast is about general information about overall podcast, and I want it in a catchy hip hop. Those lyrics that it wrote, AI program called Sunno. I think it's Sunno, Suno. The lyrics in there and say, okay, I want you to create me a song in this style, with this style, whatever, blah, blah. 2 of them, and the one that I used, the second one I really liked it. So I went ahead and became a member of the site so I could use it. Maybe I still might get in trouble. I don't know. It's AI generated, so if somebody reaches out to me and goes, hey, stop using that or, whatever, and I'll change it back to the old stuff. But for now on, it's going to be that until until somebody tells me different. But I liked it. It was really cool and really fun to do. I made a couple other songs. One of them is for my 3D printing YouTube channel. I haven't really done a whole lot, and I need to stop watching news or videos about the news because it just stresses me out why this got so bad like it did. No, I keep going back to that, but it's just and with my car being down there, I can't really go anywhere, and I want to go to the movies and I didn't do that partly because of the weather. And then when the weather started getting better, then the first day I go out and get in my car and go somewhere, I find out my battery is no good. So Now I'm stuck here for at least a week. Hopefully the battery will come in before that, but not this coming week, but the following week. So hopefully that. Other than that, I don't know what to do. I don't, I didn't know what to really talk about. One of the all the changes going on in the United States, I find it. This is the one thing that irritates me is that talk or their social media are upset about and the response that people give like other people from their social media and how it's affecting them personally and that think that they need to give their opinion and based on what little information you're getting from that person when they're upset to tell them that they need to suck it up buttercup and blah blah. And I think it is so I also find that kind of attitude online that are like, for example, and this is going I know I'm all over the place and you have to forgive me, but it's going to be the way it is. We can call this the rambling episode. But along the same lines, I'm in groups on Facebook for 3D printing. 3D printing for beginners and 3D printing for this or whatever. And when somebody comes on there, problem they having, attitude of people that respond, see the ones that have already gone through this problem, right? And they're are in such a negative tone that it's like, it's going like the way I hear it when I'm reading it is like the old joke about calling in to tech support, have a problem with the computer and they can't figure it out, da da da. Tech support. The joke is that tech support goes, "Hey, I need you to pack your computer back up in the box and put a note in there saying you're too stupid to use this." And that's what I hear when I read some of these responses. And it's like, why do you have to be like that? Why can't you just, hey, it's happening? Because if we're in a group and most of the people that are in there are, are the first time using a 3D printer, then, hey, this is what's causing this problem, right? And don't be so cruel and negative and hard ass about it. Like I had a question on a problem that I had. No, I'm sorry. I didn't have a question. I had questions and they got answered. Of course, you get some smart ass answers in those. But one of the things that I did was I went into one of these groups and I said, "Hey, advice. When in doubt and you can't figure it out, the rhyme, it's that time. No, but when in doubt, figure out your problem, your situation." Then I say go to either Google or YouTube. Go to YouTube, put in your problem because there's all kinds of videos on YouTube that 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 could address your problem. And not only can they address it, but you can see what they're doing. Not all videos are the best or do a good job out there that do. And I even have said several times in these groups, like, hey, before I even got a 3D printer, I started watching videos on 3D printing. I started up as much as I could without even having, when I dig in my machine that I didn't know or had experience at the time. So, that was not because of what I said. They're like, well, what's the point of this group? Or they go, I thought the point of this group was giving advice. And I said, what I did. Like, I wasn't telling them not to come to the group. I was just giving them another avenue to go. And if I give you a smart answer and I'm kind of joking or kidding, I'll put something like LOL or just joking or let them know that whatever. But normally I don't even I try to be as helpful as I can. Now, the things about a bunch of replies already, I probably won't say anything. It's because there are going to be so many different people's ideas about what is wrong with your problem. Like, for example, I just recently had a problem with one of my printers. One of the things I had to do is I had to replace a part, which I did together. I didn't get this other piece, and I didn't know that it's basically what it's supposed to do is when it filament, the head goes over and it cuts it. Well, it wasn't cutting it. It was making all kinds of weird noise, and it kept trying to cut it, and then it finally, an error message. Well, I looked up the error message, and I will say sometimes those error messages hard to figure out what to do and understand what it's telling you. So I took a video, posted a video, and sent it, or not sent it, but posted it in these groups. I can tell you right now, I got like 10 different than that, but I got so many different responses. None of them got it right. None of the things that they said was the cause of my problem. What it turned out to be was that when I took it all apart to change this part out, I put it back together, I didn't put the cutting blade in the right spot. And I didn't find that out until tech support of the machine got back to me in an email. And so when they got back to me, they sent me indicated this is what you got to check for. And I did, and it's fine. It works great now. But it's just the attitudes of people when they're responding to things and giving their the biggest one going on in the United States is that everybody's attitude about just get a job. Okay. So that's your answer for everything? If my government assistant programs are being cut off, first of all, you don't even know why I'm getting the help in the first place. Maybe I can't work or unable to work, or whatever the situation is. Your opinion about somebody complaining about something that really affects them personally, keep your mouth shut, because nobody knows what your life is like. And most of the people that give responses like that they're giving responses because it doesn't affect them. They doesn't affect them or they've never gone through it. And they've been privileged enough to be able to work and make money and survive. Not everybody can do that. So it's just like that I get irritated. Why do y'all even respond then? Said this was a little short episode, practice run, and what I'm going to do, but I'm going to play the whole song. Think about, but I will be back. I'll figure out a better topic to talk about. That way I don't ramble, but you check us out at theletsrollpodcast.com. As always, let's roll.
Hey, this is Paula, and you're listening to the Let's Roll podcast with host Double R. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media. Find links in the description below or at theletsrollpodcast.com.